Hey, before I actually get this little rant started, I want to clarify this is not the RE7 video. This is just a quick rant that I decided I wanted to make before I actually make the review. This is not the actual video. I just want to talk a little RE9. I want to say, first impressions, I'm on my second playthrough now, but first impressions, this game is really good, probably one of my favorites. I would say RE4 Remake is better, and so is the base RE4. But RE9 is still incredibly solid, and if there's one thing it does perfectly, it's its horror. The grace segments are perfectly done. They're beautifully executed, easily the best sections in the game, bar none. Alright, the grace sections are great. The only thing I wanted to talk about, and the entire reason I'm making this video, is the Leon segment. The Leon segment, aka the entire final half of the game, is kind of mediocre. Now, granted, Resident Evil has never really had good ending halves. Just look at the Resident Evil 7 final half, for example. I think it's more like a final third, but the last like 30% of RE7 is fairly mediocre. So you need to look no further than that as an example. But overall, aside from the Leon segments, and I will go more in depth about I don't have many grievances, but I have a few, and I will go more in depth in them in the actual video. Okay, I will probably have an entire section in the video dedicated to Grace, and then an entire section dedicated to Leon, because their gameplay is vastly different. This game goes for a more half and half approach. It's half horror, half RE4 action. And I think if they want best of both worlds, this is probably the best they're going to be able to do. They tried blending the two in RE8, and while I think it still worked fine, it didn't hit the hardest. It wasn't very scary. Even House Beneviento, it's really that's pretty much it, and that's only a few hours of RE8. So in terms of if they want both action and horror, I think this is the best way they could have done about it. They sprinkled Leon segments among the Grace half of the game as well, probably to serve as a break for players who are a little scared, which is also much appreciated. It gives the game more accessibility. But it's very clear what they were trying to go for with how they split up the gameplay, and I do think it's done very well. I just think it would have... I just think that they could have put a little more time into the Leon segment, because I'm going to be so for real. And again, I will talk about it more in depth in the actual video. This is not the actual video. This is just a quick little rant. As you'll notice, this video is only like 4 minutes long probably. Right now, at the time of recording, it's 3 minutes, 7 seconds. So I will go more in depth in that in the actual video, but the Leon segment is fun. Yes, it's very fun. The action is always very fun in these games, but compared to RE4 Remake, the environments are incredibly dull, which makes sense considering the setting, but still, it's slightly disappointing. The combat can feel pretty clunky at times, especially when controlling Leon. It's not nearly as fluid in RE4. I heard people talking about in the RE4 remake how Leon felt a little clunky to control. He took a little too long to move. He staggers too much. In this game, he doesn't really stagger too much. The only times he really staggers is when he gets hit with giant exploding gas canisters, but you can very much tell that when controlling him, he feels just a little more stiff, and that's probably intentional. Especially considering how good Capcom is at designing gameplay and making that gameplay fit the narrative. You can tell it's intentional, but yeah, that's really my only contriving grievance with this game. That's really it. I'm on my second playthrough now. They're doing things a little different for the second playthrough, so I don't know how it's gonna go. There's a reason I'm doing a second playthrough before actually writing the video, and this time I'm recording the second playthrough, so all footage you will see in the background of both this quick rant and in the background of the actual video is going to be for my second playthrough, so it's not going to be entirely so the background isn't going to be entirely accurate to what someone's first playthrough is going to look like. But yeah. That being said, the actual review and the actual video essay will come soon. And as for the Squid Game video, That should come out sometime very shortly after this one. Should is a key word there. I don't know exactly. I might just make the RE9 video first because I'm going to be so for real. I don't feel motivated to make the Squid Game video at all. So yeah. Before I end this rant, I just want to say I am partnered now. I am sponsored. I'm sponsored by Dubby. I will have my affiliate. They're an energy drink company. Think Gamer Subs, but with official Chainsaw Man collabs and anime collabs. So far, they've collaborated with Chainsaw Man and Solo Leveling, and they've got some pretty cool flavors if you look at their website, as well as some cool merch. So yeah, I'll have my affiliate link in the description, or you can use my promo code at checkout for 10% off. So yeah, thanks for listening to me yammer and rant pretty much unscripted for the last 6 minutes. Goodbye, chat. Goodbye.